It's just a long week. We've got a lot to look forward to this weekend. Things are getting better in terms of the market. People are feeling a lot better. It's warmer now, so people are starting to feel a little bit happier. Just even going outside and going to run errands and things. Why most people fail at financial plans? Over 80% of plans that get built never get acted upon. And so I'm sitting here, wanted to get to the bottom of that, why most financial plans fail. It's not because the plan was terrible to begin with. A lot of people think that financial planning means you get this long 100-page document that spells out the next 30, 40 years of your life. But most people don't fail financially because they're lazy. They fail because they're following a plan that was never built for their life. They're following someone else's plan, someone else's life, and they try to fit it into theirs. Here's the hidden problem. With financial planning, most financial plans look good on paper. They ask you to save 10 to 15%, invest in a diversified portfolio, retire at 65, but they're built for an average person that doesn't really exist. If you're a business owner or an independent professional or someone trying to build wealth outside of 9 to 5, that plan doesn't fit your reality. So your income fluctuates, your opportunities are different, and your risks are higher. What happens is you start going down the savings path, the investing path, and you fall off eventually because maybe income fluctuates or something happens. Maybe a big client signs on. You start, but then something happens and you fall off and you feel like you're behind. We're at the beginning of the year when everyone starts with their exercise routines, and then by February, half the gym is empty. Same thing happens with investing and getting your financial life together. So what happens is you start to fall behind and you start to feel like you're falling behind. And that just snowballs and discourages people. When that happens, it's not because of a lack of discipline. There's a lot of super disciplined people out there, but it failed because the plan was completely wrong. The real reason plans break is plans don't fail because of the math, they fail because of behavior. And behavior is driven by those emotions, habits, and your environment. Just thinking about times when you get a bunch of money and we want to go spend it and blow it on something, maybe a nice vacation to treat ourselves. Our behavior drives a lot of that. Now, our money habits as well. Everyone knows spending less, making more than you spend is everyone knows that, but having the habit is just like having the habit of working out or any good habit. Your environment creates a huge factor in terms of getting people to have the right behavior. You put one kid in a terrible environment with whatever family structure, maybe there's chaos going on. You take that same kid and put him into a really nice environment, his behavior can completely change just by the environment. So here's what's happening. There's a tension between what you know you should do and what you feel like doing. That's the real battle. Mentally, it's there what you should be doing, but actually executing and doing it, there's a gap. I've worked with people making over $300,000 a year who still felt broke. And I've worked with others making less who quietly built wealth over time. So what was the difference? The difference was the systems, not the willpower. Implementing systems in a day-to-day basis to control the behavior and build those good habits so that later on in life, you're looking back at a nest egg and not one of these people are starting there in their 50s, 60s, trying to get started with the retirement. So here's a real story. I worked with a self-employed tattoo artist, and when we started, he had less than $1,000 saved. His income was extremely inconsistent. There was no real structure in his financial life. After a few years, you fast forward, after conversations and just communicating with each other and working through different scenarios, he ended up moving, getting a tattoo job in a different state down south. He now owns a home. He owns a rental property. He has a solid retirement plan. And what changed? It wasn't some crazy investment strategy. What we did was we built a system for cash flow. We designed a structure for saving with automated systems. We had a plan that adapted to his life as it changed from moving. That's really it. So what actually works, if you want a financial plan that actually sticks, it needs three things. It has to fit your life, not a template, not a generic model. Your plan should reflect how you earn, how you spend, and what you actually value. It needs to be flexible. As life changes, income changes, markets change, your goals change. A rigid plan that is just built once, and you pay somebody and they do it once, that may work for some people. A rigid plan like that, just set up once, ends up not getting executed. That falls into that statistic. Over 80% of plans never get executed. That's why I'm a huge proponent of flexible plans, ongoing partnerships, so that you can adjust as things adjust. Just like the tattoo artist who moved and his job stayed the same, but his income was completely different, so did the plan change. Finally, your plan needs systems and not a cheerleader or motivator on the sideline just to manage money and tell you you're doing a good job. Providing actual systems is something that can last years and years and decades in your whole life. Having a motivator on the sideline just saying, hey, great job, or just investing your money, that fades. Motivation fades, just like the people who start at the gym and then don't end up doing it. But if you implement systems, those can withstand degradation that happens in terms of the execution of your plan. So think about automated saving. Think about having a monthly or weekly, however you get paid, setting aside money to go into savings, or if you're a business owner, having some of it go into profits account, and then your tax account, and then your business cash flow account. And if you're in this starting phase, having automated saving is an easy win, adding a simple system that can do a lot for you over the long term. On top of that, having intentional spending rules is important because it ties to cash flow. If we're not watching our spending, I know most people are not budget people, but there's tools out there to budget with that it should be easy for anyone to watch their spending and what they are spending their money on. And finally, having regular check-ins. When you work with someone who's helping you with your investments, your financial planning, having regular check-ins with them is key, because you need that coach, that second pair of eyes, to look at things and tell you how the systems are doing, to tell you how you are benchmarking versus where you want to go and what you want to achieve. Having someone in your corner like that is an easy win for you as well. So that's a huge thing. These are the things that create consistency, is having those systems and the coach in your corner. Finally, the shift that most people need. Stop trying to be perfect. Stop trying to have everything, all the green lights in a row before you start go. Start trying to be consistent. Get a small win. Start setting up a savings today, or start setting up your automated systems that you want to have everything running for you. Next, when you're looking at wealth and building your wealth over your lifetime, it isn't built on just one of those decisions. It isn't just, hey, I'm going to take this job and everything's going to be solved. It comes from all those small decisions. So when you take those small decisions and you save a little bit here, or you invest a little bit here, or you do the proper tax planning, or you have your estate in order, or you reviewed your insurance, having all of those in line are going to be small decisions, small wins for you that, when repeated over time, add up to monumental shifts. These are all things that are trying to push you into the right direction of where you're trying to go. So if your financial plan hasn't been working, it's not just the plan or some external factor. It starts with you. It doesn't take a millionaire to become a millionaire. Most millionaires are not born millionaires. They're self-made. Take these small decisions and small wins and add them up over time. That's going to build a plan that fits your life. Start small, start with the things you can do, and then over a lifetime you can adapt. If you want to build a plan like that, follow this show for more episodes like this. And if you're ready to take the next step, reach out. We'll build something that works for you and is tailored to your life. All right, everyone. Thank you. Have a good weekend. I'll be back here next Friday to follow up, and we'll continue the conversation. All right. Have a good one. Bye-bye.